Hello, everyone. Welcome to this webinar on freelancing opportunities in digital marketing. And my name is Himanshi Trivedi. And thank you so much for taking out your precious time to attend this webinar. And I promise you that you will get some value at the end of this webinar. And before I begin, I would also like to tell you that this webinar is inspired by Mr. Deepak Kanakaraju, and it would not be have been possible without his help because I read a lot about his articles regarding freelancing, and I watched a lot videos and I attended webinars. So hence I came up with the ideas. So before any delay, let's begin this webinar now. As we all know that we have faced this tough time of COVID-19, and we all came to know one thing that jobs are not always secure, right? And many people have lost their jobs in this COVID time. And there are it is important to have additional sources of income. A single source of income cannot always help us, right? So it is important to have more than one, and that's why I thought that it would be helpful to give webinar on this topic, that what are some freelancing opportunities in digital marketing, so that you guys can come up with ideas and you can maybe start doing freelancing. So first of all, when do you need freelancing? It's when your job is at risk, or your future industry looks like not growing, and you're unable to meet salary expectations. And if you want steady source of income, so where you are free and you are your own boss. And so by the end of this webinar you will have many options to choose from. Before that, I would like to address a question, which is why freelancing. Okay, so we come up to the next slide. Yeah. Now, there are certain points mentioned over here, which is any additional source of income, income stability, and multiple sources of income from multiple clients, creating a unique niche and market positioning for yourself, opportunity to work from home, save time on travel, and have enough time to upskill yourself by learning new things. So you see that this freelancing is a side job which is without any hustle, and where you are your own boss. Now, for example, there's a fixed job, and where client will pay you 1 lakh rupees for a project that you are doing, but due to some mishap, maybe in future you lose that client, unfortunately. Then it will be a great loss for you, straight 1 lakh out of your pocket. But if you are doing freelancing, you have four different clients, and each one is paying you 25,000 for the work, that service you are providing them. So even if you lose one client, you have another three who are providing you some source of income. So at least you are having some options for your income. That's why I said earlier that freelancing is very important as a secondary source of income, or as a side job where uh, at least you are getting some source of your income. So, in a long run, even you can guide and mentor people and evolve as a professional after having some experience in freelancing. And you can even start your own startup one day. I am not saying that it will make you a millionaire, but I promise that it will let you learn everything related to job, and even you can train and mentor people in future. You can consult them, and you can even do your startup. You even start your startup. And one of the best part of freelancing is that you are doing it without quitting your job. That's the point, that you are performing your job, and this side job is also giving you some extra source of income. So that's why this is one of the biggest advantage of freelancing. Now let's start one by one discussing about what are the opportunities in freelancing. And I'm sure that at the end of this webinar you people would be having many options and many ideas in your mind about what and how you can do freelancing in digital marketing. So, are we ready to go ahead? Okay, great. So, let's start with content writing. Now, this is one of the most oldest professions, and it is one of the most common profession also, but equally high paying profession in freelancing. Now people wonder that how and where to start writing. Writing is not my forte. They think that it is quite tough, but let me tell you guys that it is not at all tough. You just need a little bit of patience, and the secret is that you write like you speak. Like right now I'm speaking to you, and if I will write in this form, you will feel that I'm talking to you one to one. That is the secret, that you should write like you are speaking to your readers directly, and this will help you to attract people's interest. And what you can do to improve your writing is you have to read a lot, obviously, but more than reading, you have to start writing. Like at least practice 500 words a day of by writing. So it is important because the bad words need to flush off before the good word starts coming out in your writing. That's why uh, writing can improve by nothing but writing daily and practicing it. So here are some of the pointers, like articles for other publications and own blog. So you can start your blog, and it will be like a portfolio developed for you, and you can showcase your talent to your freelance recruiters, right? That this is my work, and you can hire me accordingly of if my work is up to the mark according to you. So you can then write articles for other publications also and other companies. Then in India and other countries, the basic pay for a writer starts with around 2 cents per word. Now, this 2 cents is around 1.5 rupees. You might feel that it is a little low in beginning, but eventually the cost will increase as per the style of writing of yours and your experience. And then one day, ultimately, you can even charge rupees 5 per word or rupees 10 per word, even as per you grow with your experience and your style of writing enhances. Then types of content writing: ghost writing, transcription, proofreading and editing, and copywriting. Now, these are some of the forms of content writing which you can pursue as a freelancer. I'll tell you one by one that what are the all these, and so that you can get an idea about how to start with what. Now, first of all, ghost writing. If anyone writes copies like speeches and articles, blog posts, books, or even emails, so what is the thing that you want to be credited for it? The credit goes to your client. Means you will get the payment, or you will get your income for doing the work for your client, but you won't get the credit. So this is what is ghostwriting. And then transcription. It is like there are various written courses and podcast. Okay, so you have to convert those to written content. Now, these both, ghostwriting and transcription, these both have plenty of opportunities in digital marketing and freelancing, and you can earn a decent amount of income from here. So, this is what is transcription: converting the podcast and courses to written content, right? Then, proofreading and editing. Like this includes reading other people's content and editing it. What it can do to you is that it can increase your knowledge because you are reading other people's content about multiple topics. And the other thing is it can eventually improve your writing style also. And this too has plenty of freelancing opportunities available out there. Now the next is copywriting. Now, for this, must tell you that you have to be a little bit of experienced writer for copywriting, because what you need is experience of sales over here. Then you should know how to influence people, then copyright. So, what can copywriting be about? It can be about educating and influencing consumers about products via websites, blog posts, and etc. So, what experienced and good copywriter gets is actually rupees 50 per word or more. So yes, you heard it right. This much is how you can earn from copywriting. And I would say that the best way to become better at writing is just start writing. Stop procrastinating and start writing at least 500 words per day. It will slowly and gradually enhance your writing skills, and then you can easily go for content writing career as a freelancer. So, are we good to go to further options? Okay. Now, WordPress and website creation. The second option. Now, first of all, it might interest you all to know that 70% of internet is on the WordPress platform, and which is a lot more than half of the internet present on the WordPress platform. Okay, so these are some of the benefits of WordPress, which are: WordPress is open source and free to use. You can modify it according to your requirements. Ready-made plugins help you enhance the functionality of your site. And WordPress is constantly evolving and can be updated with a click of a button, right? So you can practice WordPress, and this skill can be monetized easily. Like these are some of the mentioned benefits, and other benefits are like there are ready-made and free-to-use themes also available. There are professional designs as well. You can also add multiple roles there, like who will perform the role of admin, who is the author, who is the editor, etc., according to the client's requirement. Now, this talent, guys, is a technical talent, and technical talent is always rare. And the more rare it is, the more highly paid talent it is. So, like if you're a beginner and you have no personal brand, so you can't set up a complete website, but you can still earn a decent amount from at least helping your client to set up a bit of a platform where he can go online with his business or with his blog. Because there are many people out there who don't know the ABCD of digital marketing and how to create websites and everything. So you can help people to reach from at least 0 to 6 out of 10. So that's why it is not that tough if you are a beginner even. And yeah, if you have a personal brand and people know you, and you have experience, and so you can do a complete setup of a website, and you can earn even rupees 1 lakh approx from setting up a complete website from right from the domain purchase to setting it up with SEO and everything, and posting the contents, everything. You can earn at actually this much higher amount. So these are what are the advantages of WordPress, and this also has a very high scope in freelancing, and a very high scope as your career as well. So this learning this skill is really worth it, guys. Now let's come to the next option mentioned over here, which is graphic designing. Right now, graphic designing includes more than just designing and creativity. Okay, because I'm saying this because you can require other skills like briefing and advising clients, and you need to learn different design styles, format, print production, and time scales. And you can even develop concept graphics, layouts, and illustrations for your client product. Okay, so the first one is logo and identity design. We all know what is logo and logo designing. Identity design, let me tell you that if you have an interest in designing, you can definitely choose this option. Now, you must have heard about the term brand identity. Brand identity is something that how business wants to be perceived by customers, right? Now, this brand identity involves combined message transmitted via brand name and logo, style, and visuals. You can do that. You can conceptualize the whole idea to give new and effective brand identity to your client's brand, and then you can charge a handsome salary or a decent amount for your service. So this is what is logo and identity design. Then the next one is ad banner design. Ad banner design is something like, if you have visited websites, then you might have seen that at the top and bottom, or sometimes at sides, there are certain ads in form of banner which are being represented there. Now, those can be about services and products that are offered by companies and events, announcement, etc. Now, what you can how you can benefit from there is, if you create an attractive ad banner, so the prospects are attracted to that ad banner and they are clicking it. Okay, so your success depends on how many people actually clicked the ad and visited the website. And obviously, a well designed banner will attract a better CTR. CTR is nothing but click through rate, or simply the number of clicks on that ad banner. So, the more the people are clicking on your designed ad banner, the more they are visiting your client's website and he's gaining his prospects. So, you can deal with your client accordingly, that if there are 10 number of clicks and or 100 number of clicks, then I will charge commission accordingly. So, this is what is ad banner design, and this is also one of the best options in freelancing. Now, the next one is social media and content assets. First of all, what is the term asset over here? It means that holding value. So, if I talk about social media, how social media pages hold value, or social media company pages hold value in form of their followers, their accounts, their pages, their likes, their engagement. This is their value that they're holding online. Then, content asset is something when used strategically, keeping in mind the audience and prospects and goals, that who will be my audience for this form of content, who are my prospects, what is my goal through this content. So when you are thinking everything strategically, that is what is content asset. Okay, and an example of how you can do is that you can develop landing pages, for example, which lead visitors to convert. Now, landing pages are nothing but, if you visit a website and the first page that opens up is the landing page of that website. So, what you can do is you can develop attractive landing page for your client as per their requirement, and the higher the conversion rate would be via your landing page design, the higher charge for your service you can ask for. So, this is one of the options under graphic designing which you can go for as a freelancer. Then the last here is UI and UX, which means user interface and user experience. Now, in this, I must tell you that you might need a little bit help to develop skills on bad UI and UX. And on, for example, you must have visited IRCTC, the train booking website. Now, there you might have faced multiple problems, I'm sure, like the interface is not working. I'm not able to guess that this thing from where this thing is done, and you might that is what is a bad user experience and a bad user interface. So, good user interface and user experience is nothing but how quickly the website can solve your problem, your visitor's problem, and it can provide solutions for which you are there, right? So, developing a good user interface and user experience, you might need a little bit of help and experience in going in this field. But obviously, if you're a beginner, you can definitely go for the rest three options mentioned over here. So, these are the graphic designing options, and in the next one, we will discuss about, yeah, coding. Now, I must say that coding is one of the most complex skills present out there. You might agree with me. And the more complex it is, the highest paid skill it is too. Now, if you learn coding, you can offer services as a coder. You can develop WordPress website, and you can develop HTML websites by coding or by using tools. Now, I previously told that WordPress is gives many options to the user, and it helps you develop your website very easily. But yet, there are companies who really want a good customized website according to them. So, what you can do is you can use coding as a medium to develop the personalized website as per your client's requirement. So this was about website coding, that how you can develop website as per your client, and you can customize it accordingly as they require. Then mobile app development. This mobile app development is really one of the most and most demanded skill in the coming time. Now, many companies are hiring mobile app developers because this skill is quite rare. And if you know how to develop apps for iOS and Android, trust me, there's a lot more scope in future, and you can earn a lot as a freelancer as well. This is because the smartphone use as has already is at a high rate. You know this, and every company somewhat benefits from an app because everyone is using a smartphone now, and there are huge opportunities in if a company has a mobile app. That's why there are huge opportunities for mobile app developers as well. So you can become a coder for mobile app development. This can be a second best option for you. Now the next is software development. Software development is, guys, one of the really high paid skills, okay? And where you develop softwares with multiple options, and you can provide with effective solutions to software users, okay, according to your client, that what all he wants in his software, what are the options, what should be the interface. So you need a bit of experience for being a software developer. But yeah, it is a bright option for your freelancing as well. So these are the some of the coding freelancing options, and these were the major options which I gave you in this presentation. But the other freelancing opportunities which are not very major, but they have a strong niche and a high command over over the market. And these opportunities are like, you can even make resume makeover, then you can give career guidance, and then there are something like you can do HR and recruitment consulting. Then you can do video editing and infographics conceptualization. You can do data science. Then there's market research and many more. There are n number of options, but in this presentation I told you they were the major options in digital marketing. And the other ones, like I told you, they are not very major, but yeah, you can definitely go with them also as a freelancer to earn an additional source of income. Now, I would like to end this webinar and presentation with this quote, which is, hire yourself. Work is no longer a place where we go, it's what we do. Now, if you need to be free from rat race and have a decent amount of additional source of income, then you need to start with freelancing, okay? Because no office can match the level of work which is completed effectively merely by your qualities and skills. So yes, work is no longer a place where we go, it's what we do. And the best things, let me repeat about freelancing, which are that you don't need to go to office. You don't need to spend time irritating under your boss or your supervisors. You don't need anyone to supervise you, or you don't need any deadline, and where you are your own boss. So these are really benefits worth trying for. So that's why you should go with freelancing, and in turn it will develop your skills even if you are doing some job in future. And if you are consulting or even doing a startup, your freelancing skills will really help you, because you have managed everything alone while freelancing, right from approaching to clients to delivering the service to them and taking payment from them. So you will gain a lot of experience through this, right? So, yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for attending this webinar, and I'm open to all questions. If any questions, you can type, or you can open your mic and ask me. Great, there's a question. How to approach your clients? Okay. So, um, if you are a beginner, Pragya, so what you can do is that you can approach your client via directly putting your CVs into agencies and freelancing portals available out there. So this is one of the most common options if you are a beginner, right? Then the second one is that you can build your network. If you have a huge network of like friends and supervisors and relatives and colleagues, ex-colleagues, so you can have some referrals, and then you can all approach to your freelance recruiters, okay, and ultimately your clients. Then another thing can be directly communicating with them. Like you can directly visit their website and contact them, or visit their job office location and contact them as a freelancer that you provide so and so service along with your portfolio. And then you can get hired. The chances are very high that if you are directly meeting them, so the impression is totally different. So yeah, these can be some of the options where you can approach your client directly. Okay. And if you think if you are a beginner, then definitely you should try to approach your client directly, because they are then they are getting a good impression of yours, right? So yeah, these are some of the ideas if you are a beginner, so you can approach a client likewise. I hope I made your question clear. Great. Any other questions, guys? I think that I made this webinar pretty simple to understand. That if you are a beginner also in freelancing, you can understand that what was it all about, and you can consider several options from here. Right. So, okay, I think that I should end this webinar now. But yeah, in future, I hope to see you soon, and I'm planning on conducting webinars on how to get your job, or how to get a job in digital marketing, which is your dream job, so apart from freelancing, right? So hope to see you soon there. And thank you so much again for taking out your precious time and attending this webinar. I hope that I have provided you with some value at least, so that you can consider different options and have your additional sources of income and be your own boss. Okay. So okay guys, have a good day and good luck.